Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Austin Reaves is a great player, but it's taking him a while to emerge as a new star. Reaves is the fans' favorite, but he is gradually losing this position to Dalton Netsch. Austin Reaves has not been able to be the third star that is expected of him and the Lakers to win now. The option will be to hire a third star and give up Austin Reaves and involve him in a large exchange between three teams. The Los Angeles Lakers have started out the new NBA season with a record of 10-4, looking much more competitive than many expected. The franchise brought back a similar roster to what they had a year ago, despite Los Angeles being bounced out in the first round of the playoffs. Los Angeles made a head coaching change in the offseason, replacing Darvin Ham with former NBA guard J.J. Redick. So far, things have seemed to work out for the better, but there is still a lot of season left to go. If the Lakers want to truly contend for a title this year, they may need to add more firepower to their overall roster. This could mean Los Angeles will have to enter the trade market, a place that they've tried to stay away from in recent seasons. In a new proposed trade, Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report put together a deal that would land the Lakers star point guard Damian Lillard. The deal would include the Milwaukee Bucks, Lakers, and Detroit Pistons to round things out. Here is what the proposed deal would look like. Los Angeles Lakers receive point guard Damian Lillard. Milwaukee Bucks receive good Austin Reaves, forward Rui Hachimura, point guard D'Angelo Russell, 2029 first-round pick. Detroit Pistons receive center Christian Wood, 2025 second-round pick, via Lakers. The Lakers would be parting with a lot to land Lillard, but this could be a massive gain for them. Pairing Lillard with LeBron James and Anthony Davis would create one of the strongest big threes in recent memory. Lillard has the skill set to take over any game and he could fit in well alongside the other two stars in Los Angeles. The Lakers have been linked to Lillard for a long time, so if this were to happen, it would be a long time coming. On the season, Lillard is averaging 24.8 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 7.2 assists per game. He is also shooting 31.5% from beyond the three-point line, a decrease from his normal average. Losing Reaves would be tough, but the Lakers may find it a needed loss to give themselves a better chance to win it all this year. The Lakers are attempting to maximize the final years of the James Davis pairing, so landing Lillard could vastly help their cause. The Lakers are pretty adamant the Nuggets don't hold a mental edge over them. After yet another loss to the Nuggets, the Lakers were insistent post-game that Denver did not have a mental edge in the series. While the route to the result was perhaps different, just about every Lakers fan could have predicted how Saturday's game against the Nuggets would end. As has been the case in all but one of their last 14 meetings, Denver came out ahead. It was perhaps the worst version of the Nuggets that has played the Lakers in the span, which makes it perhaps all the more surprising it was one of the most lopsided results between the sides. Because of that, it also felt like the game that most represented Denver's mental edge over the purple and gold. The Nuggets have won in a variety of ways with a variety of rosters in a variety of types of games. No matter the moment, the Lakers just can't get over the Nuggets. But that's not a sentiment the Lakers themselves shared after the most recent loss. At the helm of that was head coach J.J. Redick, who chalked the loss up to a lack of competitive spirit as well as X's and O's and not anything else. "I have a pretty clear idea of what happened," Redick said. "Whatever it was not because we were haunted by the ghosts of the past or something like that. It was kind of obvious to me what happened there, just not the right spirit." A lack of competitive spirit has been an all-too-common phrase used by Redick, a bubbling problem in its own right. The players themselves, though, more or less echoed that sentiment, including Anthony Davis, who pushed back against the narrative that the results of the past weighed on the team on a night, and in a third quarter, like Saturday. "I don't think it does," Davis said. "I think we just got to be better on both ends of the floor. We had multiple games this season where we played well in the first half and in the second half we don't, but we still found ways to win. Guys still made shots. 15 points in the third quarter is not going to cut it against anybody. We did a terrible job tonight in our offensive execution and making shots, and I think us not making shots had us unorganized on the defensive end as well. Davis does make a solid point that the Lakers have had games where they've looked like different teams in each half. Saturday could be written off as another example of that. I mean, last year is last year, Reeves said, backing up his teammate. The year before is so long ago. I can barely remember what I did yesterday. I mean, tonight they beat the S out of us. Reeves and AD are two of the most honest players on the team when it comes to their comments post-game, which should carry some weight here. You also wouldn't expect the players to come out and admit they don't believe they can't beat any team, either. At the same time, though, actions speak louder than words. And on Saturday, they did not look like a team that thought they could beat Denver. That hasn't always been the case, even as recently as the playoffs earlier this year. It feels unlikely that the Lakers will be able to ascend the Western Conference without eventually going through the Nuggets. But Saturday certainly showed that Denver is the kryptonite to the Lakers' Superman, and the purple and gold are not close to having a solution to the problem. JJ Redick calls out Lakers players after blowout loss to Nuggets. JJ Redick was unhappy with how his Lakers players competed in the third quarter against the Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets blew out the Los Angeles Lakers 127-102 at Crypto.com Arena on Saturday, and head coach JJ Redick called out his team after the game. When Redick was asked what went wrong for the Lakers in the third quarter, which the Nuggets won 37-15, he called out his players. Schematically, certainly we'll have to review some stuff, Redick said. Clearly, the spirit to compete just wasn't there. When asked how that could be solved, Redick wasn't interested in sharing any details. We'll solve it like we solve other problems, Redick stated. But obviously, we'll do it internally. Lakers have the same record as last year after 17 games. Can the Lakers overcome their defensive struggles and turn their promising 10-7 start into a deeper playoff run this season? The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves in a strangely familiar position this season, matching their 10-7 record from last year after 17 games. Despite the off-season changes and the optimism surrounding the team under new head coach JJ Redick, the results have mirrored those of the previous campaign under Darvin Ham. In the 2023-24 season, the Lakers started 10-7 and eventually finished with a 47-35 record, landing the 7th seed in the Western Conference. This year, fans are hoping the Lakers can avoid the pitfalls that hindered them last season and turn this promising start into sustained success. Last season, the Lakers opened with strong performances against quality teams and even secured the inaugural NBA Cup. However, inconsistency quickly became their Achilles heel. They endured two separate four-game losing streaks and dipped below .500 at one point. Statistically, the team was middling, finishing 15th in offensive rating, 17th in defensive rating, and 19th in net rating. Their inability to find consistency was a glaring issue. This season, the narrative appeared set to change. The Lakers started with 3 consecutive wins, only to falter during a 5-game road trip where they went 1-4. Returning home, they found their groove with a 6-game winning streak, but recent back-to-back losses to the Orlando Magic and Denver Nuggets have raised concerns about lingering issues. A key difference between this year's team and last year's lies in their offensive and defensive metrics. While the 2023-24 Lakers were average on both ends of the floor, the 2024-25 iteration has emerged as an offensive powerhouse, boasting the league's 4th best offensive rating. LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Anthony Davis have all contributed significantly to their scoring success, making the team thrilling to watch on offense. However, the defensive end tells a different story. The Lakers rank 26th in defensive rating, placing them among the league's worst defensive teams. They've struggled mightily in key areas, ranking 28th in points allowed in the paint, 29th in opponents' fast break points, and 22nd in second chance points.